Hey guys, that the behavior of customer changes is not a secret anymore. Digitalization as process optimization a lot do. But digitalization as the transformation on how to react to changed customer behavior, especially in marketing and communication, that's rare. Well, rare one thing was at last year's DKM, Germany's biggest insurance conference. That was the 6 billion asset sheet mutual life insurer LV1871 from Munich, Germany. And now let's see the 5 learnings how changed customer behavior and customer expectations impact a 150-year-old brand and what they're actually doing about it.
Hey guys, we are here today with Thomas to learn a little bit more about changed customer behavior and how a 150-year-old insurer tackles that. Do you want to say a few words?
Pleasure to have you here, Robin. We are sitting in one of the offices at LV1871. I'm Thomas, I'm heading the Marketing and Corporate Communications Department, and I'm looking forward to our discussion today.
What are your experiences concerning customer expectation and how it changed over the years, especially in the insurance industry?
I mean, just take one example, which is not out of the insurance industry, but that's for me the guiding principle we have got. People are booking their holidays according to the selfie destination.
You too?
Not me. Is that unbelievable? That's a tremendous change in how you make a decision process. I mean, digitalization has changed our behavior, that's for clear, but that impacts how we make decisions process-wise is completely different. And it's not just a perceived feeling, it's reality. And that's something we take into account when we look at our brand and our activities we are running.
So do you think this has a consequence for the insurance customer?
Absolutely. I mean, for me, the key of that example is how will an insurance brand in 5 to 10 years, or maybe even in a shorter time period, be perceived by consumers, and what will make the difference? And there I think we've got 5 key learnings which we derived out of that guiding principle, or guiding example if you want to.
Number 1.
Brand differentiation matters. Really convinced that taking into account what we just discussed, that the differentiation of the brand will be the key in the future. Today, insurance brands hardly differ, and the changing consumer behavior will bring expectations up that force you to differentiate. And our key is to build our new brand which differentiates from competition.
And how are you guys doing it?
I think the key in the future will be you need to pilot. Every campaign we launch brings us a step ahead.
Number 2.
The second learning for us is we are looking at a tremendously extended sales funnel. And I think beside the fact that brands need to differentiate, the sales funnel, the changed sales funnel is the key. The classical awareness step we looked at in the past, TV or whatever, doesn't exist anymore since years. I think we haven't learned that 100% in the insurance industry. For sure, everyone has got his every company has its social media initiatives and everything. But the real deep understanding that we are looking at a far extended awareness funnel is not in the DNA of every company. And that's the second thing we are trying to really work hard on.
Since you're a social media expert, and you have so much learnings of the last decade actually, what are the tips you can give others how to use Twitter and Facebook in 2019?
I think the most important thing is to have an idea what content you are using for what channel.
Yeah.
We have a strict strategy. We are using Twitter to reach out to journalists and influencers and experts, and we are using Facebook more for our B2C communication. Informing people with.
And do you also produce different content for different channels?
Yes, we're more into video and pictures on Facebook, and more into blogs and newspaper articles in Twitter, for example.
Number 3.
Learning number 3 is it's not possible that one social media manager or even 10 or more social media managers provide relevant content on a day-to-day basis and on a trustworthy basis. So what we launched last year is a corporate influencer program we embedded our social media strategy in the DNA of the whole company, and from every department we recruited corporate influencers, as we called them, or social media managers. Corporate influence is far more than just bringing the brand to life, but it's the most trustworthy element you can get if your employees are your brand ambassadors or corporate influencers.
Do you have some concrete examples where you think about that went really well with corporate influencers on all levels in all departments?
I mean, just look at our CSO, Hermann Schrögenauer. We really activated him on LinkedIn, for example, but also on Facebook, where he shares from a business perspective to a very personal perspective everything we are doing here. And that goes down through all levels of hierarchy in the company. From IT, HR, marketing, product development, everyone is involved.
So you need to sign off a lot of content then?
No, and I think that's the real difference. We don't sign off any content. We offer trainings to the people up front. They can choose their channel, what the basis of that strategy is, and then the people have got the complete freedom.
So how can one help the change also internally? Do you have some concrete examples how you guys are doing it?
Well, we changed our style of communication. We established an internal wiki, so everybody is allowed to write in this wiki entrances like what's going on, what's on my mind, what projects they are doing, and everybody can read them, comment them, like them.
Like everybody, like from the trainee to the intern to the CEO?
Everybody. Like everybody.
Everybody like everybody.
Everybody like everybody.
Number 4.
Number 4 was speed before planning.
And perfection,
and perfection. Yeah. That's absolutely true. I mean, we are working with agile methods since 5, 6, 7, 8 years, even longer, long before my time. But I think the element which I added is speed before perfection and before planning. For sure, we have got a high-level plan, but that's it. Seriously, we nail on our plan at the beginning of the year. High level, everyone in the team gets his or her own budget for the topics they are responsible for, and then they have got the absolute freedom to roll out their plans and to react on a day-to-day basis.
The design thinking process, make interviews, many interviews with our customers and with the brokers, and therefore we can make the product.
A lot of prototyping, testing with a shorter term development time frame. So this is something new we are working on.
And what happens if a test is negative and something fails?
It doesn't matter, we try and again. So we will learn on every prototype.
How did it go when you wanted to start this here? How was the process, and how do you have to mention that?
Well, it was quite easy, I have to say, because there was a lot of interest in this topic, but people just didn't know how to start. And I just said, well, let's just do it and get started with the tracking.
Why did you guys actually do a total relaunch of your website?
Well, the original plan was just to achieve a better visibility online, because if people don't find you, you just don't exist.
That's what I always say too, by the way.
But then we discovered that our old website was just not possible to optimize it in a way that would make sense. So we decided to do a total relaunch, set up everything new, build a whole new structure, new content and everything. And so we achieved a visibility plus of 200%.
And how was the decision process?
The decision process was a bit like the analytics decision process. We told our boss, hey, no one finds us online, so what can we do? And search engine optimization is a very sustainable process, much better than advertisement to be visible on Google.
Number 5.
I think the biggest challenge or hurdle, however you want to call it, is to convince the organization itself in a change management, if you want to say so, that the investment into the brand to create a digital brand is so important.
What I think is important, you don't only have customer behavior changing, but customer expectation changing,
Exactly.
what you said in the beginning, and the attention of the customer somewhere else, not like it was 5, 10, 15 years ago. And you need, when you want to sell a person something, you need to have the attention of the person. You're not there where the attention is, your competitor will be.
That's it, exactly.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Robin.
Bye.
Bye.
You watched the whole video? That's great. Even greater it would be if you would hit the subscribe button down there and stay up to date all the time and get our information right away.